Welcome to the VarsityKansas.com Big Show. I am Joanna Chadwick of the Wichita Eagle and VarsityKansas.com. And welcome back from summer. We are entering the 2014-15 high school sports season. And why not start off the year with my first guest, a state championship winning coach, Derby football coach Brandon Clark. Thanks for being here.
Thanks. Good to be here.
You know, I like to start off with a coach who comes back from something like last year where you guys went through that season and you were one of the most exciting teams that I've seen. How wonderful was that to experience winning a state title?
It was awesome. I've told this story before. You know, as a coach, you're always kind of searching for that state title. And we've been close so many times. We've been to state semifinals like 5 times before that. And I almost kind of felt like a failure not getting to the state game and win a state. But once we won state, it was awesome. It was cool to see the crowd. It was awesome to see the kids just so excited because they put in all that work and they finally get it in the year with a win. But as a coach, you kind of take a step back and walk out the field, and it's kind of just another game, you know, and kind of get ready for the next season, enjoy it a little bit. But it's more about, you know, the whole season and the kids coming together and the family and the relationships that you create that you know you're going to keep for a lifetime. So that's more exciting than actually winning a state title, for me at least.
Well, and when you won with a team that they'd been there for so long. I mean, these were guys, a lot of those guys played as sophomores or, you know, and you had so many seniors. That was a special team, wasn't it?
Yeah, a lot of those guys, I mean, there's probably 5 or 6 that started as sophomores and then more as juniors and seniors, and they were kind of known as a class that had a chance to win state. And they worked hard. They never let it get to their head. We had a lot of different types of kids in there, and they bonded really well and became a family, and that's kind of what set them over the top to be, you know, very special.
This is a very different team. Last year, everyone went into the year. If they didn't go into the year expecting you guys to win state, I would have called them out on it. But this year, it's different. You got a team that has very few returning starters. There's inexperience. How are you guys going to still keep the expectations high with that lack of experience?
Well, our kids have that itch. You know, they thoroughly enjoyed the week of Thanksgiving practicing, and it was the best time ever. And they know what that feels like, and they want to get back there. But they're also smart enough to know that, you know, it's a day at a time and get better. And, you know, hopefully in week 7, 8, 9 we can start peaking. But you know, we have 2 returning starters total out of 22 kids. But our coaches, our coaching staff, and all the help that we have with our middle school staff and our junior football coaches, these kids have been running the system and doing everything. So it's not like we have to reteach everything to a bunch of new kids. You know, our freshman team was really good last year. Our JV team was pretty good, and then on down to 8th grade and 7th grade and everything like that. So they know how to play, and the biggest thing for us is playing fast. And you play fast by knowing what you're doing. And I feel pretty comfortable that our kids at least know what to do. Now it's just to kind of fine-tune that the rest of the season.
Talk about the offense. Some key positions people want to watch for quarterback. Plan on Brady Russ starting there. You got Garrett Sanders, who we saw last year filling in for Tyler West, very quick kid. And Curtis Witten transfers over from Heights. He suffered a knee injury last year, but he's obviously a talent with his speed and his physicality. Talk about that offense and what you can expect.
Well, I mean, it's all new. You know, 11 brand new starters, which you know, first couple games you might get a little nervous, but they're doing a good job this summer. Brady Rust, he's coming off an injury. He would have filled in, but he got hurt last year, so we put Caleb Arnold there. But he's a kid we feel very confident with, and we have Dowdy, who's a backup, who's going to be a sophomore, who's pretty good too. And then, you know, we have Xanders, who's a proven runner. I mean, give him a little lane and he's going to find it. And you come up and hit him, he's going to bounce off you and keep running. So he's already done great things for us, and we hope he's only gotten better. He's gotten bigger and faster and stronger. And then Curtis Witten, moving to Derby. You know, we didn't know what to expect. We knew we hated coaching against him on the defensive side, and very special on special teams too. But he had a big summer with baseball. Whenever he was home, he always showed up to workouts, and he's a true talent. I mean, he's fast, he's physical, he has shakes. I mean, he can move. So we're excited to see what he can do for our offense.
I love that, shakes. That's really good. It gave me a vision of exactly what he can do out there. Okay, defense. You got Chase Brandsetter back, who's a starter. And then also you got a kid who transferred in from Texas late last year in the season, didn't play, Darion Jackson, who is a Division I athlete.
Yeah, both those guys are leaders. Chase is he's a tough-nosed, just, I mean, he's going to come after you. And he's very, very smart, very analytical, understands the game, knows what he's supposed to do. He's a true leader. He doesn't get too high. He doesn't get too low. He's just always there, and he just leads. So he's kind of the rock of our defense. Then we have Darion. There's not a kid in the high school that doesn't like Darion. He's a very bubbly kid, great personality, fun to be around. When he gets on the football field, it's totally different. He's a competitor. He hates to lose. If he could play football 24 hours a day, he would. He just absolutely loves the game. He's always wanted to do 7-on-7 and just go out there and work football. And he's always, you know, he's always texting kids and trying to get them out there with him. But he's a hitter. He's fast. He's physical. We've had almost a whole year to get to know him in the weight room, and he's gotten a lot faster and stronger. He's probably gained about 20 pounds since he's been here. So we're very excited about him. And we got Dan Connor coming back at outside linebacker, and we have quite a few kids that we feel comfortable that hopefully are going to be able to step in and do their job.
You know, this is going to be an interesting year overall just because it is such a different team. But you opened the season with Mays High. And of course, Mays High last year, you opened the season with a loss to Salina South, an incredible team. And then the next week, Mays goes and beats Salina South, and they became the team that everybody was watching for last year, along with you guys. And you guys just took it to them. I mean, you scored 62 points in that game, and I'm imagining that Mays really wants to beat you guys this year.
And yes, I guarantee they do. And it's going to be awesome seeing the team. We love playing at Salina South. You know, that loss for us is probably the best thing that could happen to that team. But it also was we were able to, on week one, to gauge where we were at last season. And we moved some guys around, and we made some changes. And we made, you know, our thought process as coaches also changed. You know, maybe we're doing too much. So we simplified everything. But playing Mays, they're a true talented team. They're returning a lot of guys, which we're not. And, you know, we weren't 50 points better than them last year. It's just kind of how the cards stacked up. You know, they had a turnover early, and we kind of fed off that and kept going. They had another turnover, fed off that, and then we just kind of got them down. So we were definitely not 50 points better than them. And we know that. We're smart enough to know that. Our kids know that. And they know how talented they are. You know, they have some true weapons, both on offense and defense. So it's going to be a true test for our team, and we're excited to be able to play that game, get it on film, and see what we need to tweak and, you know, change around. Well,
let's talk about the AVCTL, specifically Division I. I mean, we know it's a football league overall, but Division I is so tough. A little bit of change this year with Randy Dreiling going to Aquinas, and Hutchinson has brought in Ryan Cornelson, who I think is a fabulous coach. I think you guys are friends.
Yep.
Talk a little bit about just why the AVCTL Division I is so tough.
Well, I mean, they're great football traditions, you know, with all those schools. You got the Salina schools, you got Hutch, you know. I mean, there's Mays. There's some really, really good football schools there. And it helps you out for getting into districts and playoffs. But you know, Cornelson, he's a different coach than Dreiling. He coaches a little bit differently, but he's very smart. He's won state titles. He's brought programs from nothing to relevant. So he's really good, and he knows, and like all of us know, you know, when you have good players, they make you look like a good coach. And also it's not the coach, the head coach that does it all. You know, Dreiling didn't win all those state championships because he was a great coach. He had a great staff, and he'd be the first one to tell you that. So we have that at Derby, and he has that at Hutch, and all these other schools that we're playing, they have great assistant coaches too. So it kind of takes, you know, good players, a good system, and a bunch of good assistant coaches to you know, make everything fall into place.
Coach, thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate it. Congratulations to you guys on last year. It was a great year watching, and good luck to you this season.
Thanks a bunch.
Thanks so much for watching the VarsityKansas.com Big Show, and I hope you join me for the rest of the year. I'm expecting 2014-15 to be one that we will remember as well, and you know, football season's only a month away.